stalemate at the Rafah border crossing ends as 20 trucks enter Gaza to deliver humanitarian aid. Belgium's Justice Minister resigns after an investigation into Monday's terrorist attack in Brussels. After days sitting at the Rafah border crossing, trucks carrying humanitarian aid are finally moving from Egypt to Gaza. 3,000 tonnes of mainly medical supplies and food are being delivered to more than 2 million people, left in a dire situation after Israel's aerial bombardment and total blockade of the besieged territory. The breakthrough came after US President Joe Biden brokered a deal between Egypt and Israel to let 20 trucks through. Israel's government has banned deliveries of food, electricity and fuel to Gaza in response to the Hamas attack this month. There's no fuel or water on board the trucks. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had vowed to ban humanitarian aid unless hostages were released. Hamas freed 2 of the 200 or so on Friday.
News of the release of the 2 American hostages has sent a shockwave throughout Israeli public opinion, and the social media has been buzzing with relief. At the same time, there is a lot of concern and speculation as to whether it will pave the way to the release of the other hostages. Now, as regards Palestinian public opinion, well, there is ongoing outrage as to what is happening in Gaza, and this has not been met well by the Israeli security forces. More than 1,000 Palestinians were reportedly arrested, and over 80 people were said to be killed in all Palestinian areas of the country. At the same time, Hamas rocket fire is ongoing in the south, and retaliation from the Israeli forces, while in the north tension is rising between Hezbollah forces and the Israeli army, leading thousands of civilians to flee towards the safer areas of the country. I'm Valerie Goria in Jerusalem for Euronews.
Belgium's Justice Minister has stepped down from his post. Vincent van Quickenborn's decision follows criticism of the judiciary's handling of a case involving a Tunisian man who claimed responsibility for killing 2 Swedish nationals on Monday. An investigation into the 45-year-old found a request for his extradition to Tunisia last year was neglected by the courts.
En ook al is dit het werk van een individuele, onafhankelijke magistraat, toch wil ik mijn politieke verantwoordelijkheid nemen voor deze onaanvaardbare fout. Ik zoek geen uitvluchten, ik zoek geen excuses. Ik vind het mijn plicht om dit te doen.
Abdesalem Al-Joueni was tracked down by police on Tuesday and shot dead. The victims were in Brussels to watch Belgium play Sweden in a European Championship qualifying match. Heavy rainfall has caused flooding in parts of northern Germany. A century-old record was broken in the town of Flensburg on the border with Denmark, where the water level peaked at nearly 2.5 metres. Other coastal cities, including Kiel, Lübeck and Rostock, have also been inundated. Storm Babbitt has been lashing parts of the UK, Scandinavia and Germany since Thursday. People are being urged to stay indoors as gale-force winds and torrential rainfall continue.
The All Blacks are one step closer to Rugby World Cup glory. The New Zealand team silenced their critics on Friday night and defeated Argentina 44 points to 6 at the Stade de France. Sam Cane and his men will face either England, the last Six Nations team still standing, or reigning champion South Africa on the 28th of October in what will be the All Blacks' 5th final. Meanwhile, the Springboks are the bookmakers' favourite for Saturday night's game in the French capital. New Zealand and South Africa both have a record 3 World Cup titles under their belts.